Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title The Heavyweight Podcast is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation.
What's good? This is episode 151 of the Heavyweight Podcast.
Yay.
I am Studden McFly, your antisocial host, back again with this lady and these three guys. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out here.
Simply Kevin Wendell Ellis Jr. Molito.
Wow.
So they call me Hunter.
Go ahead.
And I'm Des the Diva.
So excited!
Yes. How's everybody's week?
My week was pretty good. I got a nice grill.
Let's fire this motherfucker up now.
Oh, I thought you was talking about your teeth.
No, I ain't on that.
Propane?
No, I went back to the Stone Age.
Okay. You got just some cherry logs and shit?
I got some logs.
Offset?
It's offset.
Oh man, I want an offset smoker so bad.
That's the perks.
This is what father is excited about.
Hell yeah.
Offset smoker?
Shit. What she did on a Mother's Day, she just bought. Oh, you got my gift already. I went, oh, cool. Guess what happens on Mother's Day? Yeah. That's what we're going to be grilling. We're going to be grilling.
Man, I want an offset smoker so bad, bro. I don't know where I put it though.
In the backyard.
That's what she said.
But I got two smokers. I mean, I got a smoker and a propane grill back there already, y'all.
Then you get rid of one.
But I feel
If
like
you guys haven't noticed, this is a Father's Day episode.
My week was cool, man. It was, just work, man. This
because we getting grills, nigga.
just work, because this child of mine is expensive. So, just work.
You want to sell some dope?
I'm about to. Man, I'm about to free old Chapo. You think I'm fucking around?
No, don't do that.
I guess I'll say my week was,
Better than last.
You ain't shit.
Physically and everything. Yeah, emotionally, it's still kind of like, but it's getting better.
Would you like a hug?
No, I'm good now.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Des will hug you. I'm not gonna hug you.
No,
I hate hugs, but I would hug you right now if you needed one.
I'll dap you up.
I'm actually doing better about it. I know it's just gonna take time to get past some of the things.
Did you seek out a professional?
No,
I think you should. Yeah. Talk about your trauma.
That's exactly what I do here with you guys.
No, but we're not trained professionals.
I know you can't. A lot of times, just getting it off my chest helps more than a lot of,
That's what she said. But a lot of people that commented to me about the video said that the energy you gave out felt like you should go see a therapist.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It feels like you were harboring other pain, and it all came out in that moment.
Oh, there's other stuff in there. I didn't realize that too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, right there, that was built up from all that, and there's a lot that happened before that video. That video was an after effect after me being in a certain space for a couple hours and realizing I have to put this in words, because just me saying it in myself, keeping it to myself, wasn't really working. And once I made that video, I felt relief, So, but yeah. So, but no, most part, I feel good, So I'm better. No, and a lot of the other trauma I have is just family trauma. It's
shit. That's where it all started.
No, it's not just. It's the reason for going to a therapist.
Well, it's the trauma of my family, of not having my family, So I know that's a time I'm gonna have to just deal with it,
As someone who had a lot of family, they can let you down just as much as not having one.
Oh no, I get that. But when like I said, you guys know, when I was 30 years old on this earth alone, I was the oldest person on my bloodline at 30.
And at 30, I felt alone. So I know what you're talking about.
So
Y'all about to make me cry.
I'm
Y'all know I
good
cry
though.
about everything.
Nah, I'm good though.
It's life. There's your week.
We 7 minutes in, girl.
I know, but y'all know. I had a good week. And I do think you should see someone professional. Remember, healing isn't linear.
No, I know. I get
And
that.
it's always continuous. You probably should see someone professional.
Yeah. And like I said, this podcast has helped a lot. You know, it really has helped a lot. And it's a lot of it's just me being able to say a lot of things, even though everybody knows I'll talk about anything, but it's still being able to get it out.
Don't
in the
talk
open.
about too much shit. Because
Yeah.
some shit you should be telling us.
You too.
Nah.
So
I gotta get my show off.
Yeah.
No,
McFly, your week, sir? How was your vacation?
wasn't. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'll just say that I should still be on vacation. See,
It's never
See?
long
I didn't
enough.
set myself up
That
there.
was wise.
See that?
I saw you catch that. I was like, oh, you got that. Wow.
That's what she said.
Well, I don't know. Never mind.
But yeah, I wish I was still on vacation. And
Did you get flued out by one of them WNBA players?
huh?
Apparently, apparently the WNBA girls are flying guys out now, so you can get
Oh, I thought you
just,
said, did
just
you get
Caitlin Clark?
fluid out?
no.
I was like,
flued out.
Because I've seen what they get paid. I don't think they should be flying anybody out.
But some of them, the
Hey,
stars, they have.
what you talking about?
They have,
spirit exists.
Oh my God.
Spirit exists.
they still got the brand deals on top of
They fly you out and put you in a Motel 6. Have you living nice and lavish.
No, you get to fly in on what, 36C?
Here's a,
36B
you
in the
get a
middle.
couple of these extra soaps here.
And
I'll make sure they send up some towels for
Got
you.
to step it up a little bit. Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah.
the Howard Johnson.
The Snooty Fox.
Oh, not the snooty fox.
I am going.
Just Snooty Fox is still booming.
You know, every
You're
time
gonna
I
be here
hear
for about an hour.
What was that 3-4 months ago when I was in LA and I told you about the story about old girl on Figueroa? We
Yeah.
drove by the Snooty Fox is still booming. I can tell you right now.
So you're gonna hear for about an hour.
They know-
We're
you
not
know,
gonna need it for the whole day.
Everybody in LA know what goes on in Snooty
Yes.
Fox. It's still booming.
It's like, I don't know. She's sending me to this place called the Snooty Fox. I figure it's gonna be an interesting time.
Figueroa and Long
She
Beach
said
Boulevard.
checkout's in an hour.
Yeah.
But anywho,
Putting it out there.
it is the Father's Day
That's one hell
episode.
of Father's Day gifts. Take them down to the old Snooty Fox.
All right, so this question's for Des. It says, as a woman, what traits do you feel are important in the fathers that you know in your life? Have any of your ideals of importance of a father changed over time?
Yeah, actually, because growing up, I was raised by a single mom, so I was really under the impression that I didn't need my dad. But as I started to enter in relationships with men, I realized that it was a lot I should have learned from my dad that I didn't, and that my mom wouldn't have ever been able to teach me.
Do you have certain details?
Just how to, the type of man to choose, how to gain respect from the man, how to properly care for that man, and when to give him space and how to interact with them. Those are things I feel like I wouldn't have learned necessarily from my mom. I should have gotten that from my dad.
What specific things do you notice when you have been drawn to the men that you're drawn to? Like what things like kind of catch your eye and be like, this is what?
I think with the absence of my dad, I've been prone to be drawn to men who I think if I give them enough of me, they won't leave. And I think it's a trauma response from him being gone. That now I'm looking for men that maybe they need a little something extra from me, and if I give that to them, they won't leave.
And I guess it's a follow-up. Do you feel like also with those particular men, do you feel like there's a need to want to change them or make them better?
Up until recently, when I realized that was an issue that I was dealing with, yeah, I did want to make them better or correct their issues or help them through whatever they were going through. Definitely. And I think it, as a result, I felt like if I do this, then they'll see that as loyalty and they won't leave.
Gotcha. So when we say like the second part of the question, like what things have changed over time? Like what things did you correct and be like, oh yeah, this is now what I view as important?
You mean what I view as important as of having a father figure?
Yeah.
Just that. Hell, everything about a dad is important. I honestly think that the presence of a father is completely underrated. People are so convinced that you don't need a dad that it's completely false. You definitely need it. It's a balance. There's things that you'll get from your mom that will be beautiful things that'll help you, but if you don't have that balance from your dad, it's a struggle.
Any other questions for Des, or since we have a female perspective on before we go into the whole Father's Day? No, you're just giving me a hard look.
No, I laugh because when Maurice do this with his lip, he finna say something crazy. So
I'm like Drake. I'm just trying to keep it
he
PG.
holding it down. He holding in his crazy.
I'm just trying to keep it PG.
No,
I
Kevin.
mean, I got a lot I could say.
Well, don't.
I ain't gonna say it though.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's not positive. It's not positive. Don't be negative.
Nothing.
No, I mean it wasn't that necessarily negative. I mean, she was talking. She was exposing things I don't think she realized.
I know
So
what I was
you
saying.
sizing her up for another battle, or what the fuck?
I know what I was saying.
No, I was saying like the telltale signs of her daddy issues.
I knew though. I knew what I was saying when I said it.
I don't-
But the
get
point,
the
but the
fuck out
point
the
of
way.
the point of the podcast is to be transparent, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's deeper than what you were saying. I can tell.
Yeah, but I'm only gonna give you so much of my business per episode. So this is what you got this day.
I'm not arguing with
Might
you.
slide you a little more next time.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying that I gained insight.
And you're right. I definitely have been suffering. I've been dealing with some form of daddy issues. I'm not gonna deny that. I didn't realize it until recently, but you're right.
I'm a man and deal with daddy issues. So
I got.
You always come through for me, you know, and I hate when you're not here. Don't miss no
more. Single mom, so I understand.
Thank you.
I literally just told y'all last episode that I was just a boy that wanted his parents. I have mother and daddy issues, so that's what I'm saying. I can recognize what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Oh, I appreciate that.
But I mean, in your
here.
token too,
I'm just trying to get
and what
through
you're
it.
saying is, I get your mom and dad issues, but you still had grandma and grandpa to fall back on.
Yeah, but I wanted my mom. I wanted my
know.
parents.
Right,
I
but
had I had examples, but I didn't have what.
Right, but see,
Yeah.
the difference is there was no examples.
No, I get that,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying I can relate to what
Right.
she's saying, and I can see the insight. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
And I wouldn't have admitted this to you like a year ago. I wouldn't have said, "Oh yeah, I have daddy issues." How I figured out
Oh, I
that
figured
there
that out
was
day one.
I don't give a damn. How I figured out that there was an issue was this. You get on my fucking nerves. Swear to God. Swear to God. You know, I'll be trying to keep it together, but you just. Oh God! I promised Amanda I wasn't gonna respond to everything you said, but I
didn't
swear to
say.
God.
I didn't say. All I
No,
said
you
was
was doing good. You was doing good.
I
didn't say nothing bad. I
You
just-
realized
Yeah.
you
You know, I
the
just,
issues.
you know, worry about your own damn issues.
But
Okay?
all I said is I
Thank you.
figured it out day one.
But-
That was nothing bad.
Towards pushing it back to Father's Day and all that, fact that I was raised by a single mom and didn't have a father in the household, it made it a lot harder for me to learn how to be a father. You know, so the moment I became a dad in my 20s, and here I'm now pushing 49, I still don't feel like I've ever got it right or getting it down or whatever.
I don't think it's something you feel like you get right. You just kind of live with the decisions you made.
Right. You know. Yeah. But I mean, you're still learning how to father because you didn't see it done to you or nobody gave it to you. You know.
I always say this. Like I feel like having a daughter clash so much with my personality because I'm normally rough, quick to say something slick, mostly highly offensive, right? And I can't with my child. I have to unlock a softer, caring side that's not always there. Now it's easier because she is my child to give her more grace. But to me, as part of my father, that was probably my biggest tackle, to be softer, because I can't approach her with the same energy I would approach anybody else. Like I have to carry myself and display myself in a different light, because I do understand that she's looking at me as the example of what her husband or what her boyfriend should be, right? So I have to, and in a sense, I have to display those qualities for her to be able to see them in someone else. So I think that, like that, to me, that was my battle with having a daughter. I don't know about if you guys relate to that.
What about my challenges?
Well, I mean, with
The
being
battle of having a daughter?
Yeah.
Well, the biggest battle right now is that she's approaching 9, and I'm realizing her emotions are getting more heightened, and I realize what's to come very soon, and that terrifies
Don't
me.
tell me. Why you take it there?
I'm just saying, I realize what's to come very soon, and then it made me realize that she's about to be a preteen.
Yeah.
And it terrifies me because I can't protect her from the world forever.
Yeah.
No, you can't. There's a lot.
Do you worry, Kevin?
Do I worry? Yeah, a lot. But I got to work on that end because I'm good at the I don't want to say iron fist part. More just hey, this is what you're supposed to do. Do this. Why? Like, but I got to do better on the praise and love side. So
Nah, don't. No, think of it. No, I know we done praised her too much.
Because that goes into, like you said, of seeing what love is outside of
Now,
they think.
Let me cut you off real quick. When I say don't praise them too much, is because what I've noticed recently in my daughter is that she does things for praise.
Well, I didn't say too
Right.
much.
So then now when she does things and she doesn't get praise, she's starting to associate that with she's not doing something correctly or she's done something wrong.
Yeah.
Right. And so now we're trying to recorrect our own actions of praising her so much when she was young, because now she feels like, because everything she does, she wants to show off. Like when kids are little, like, oh, that's great, right? And so we've done it to the point now where I feel like us praising her so much when she was younger was almost like a little bit detrimental to her, because now she's expecting praise for almost everything, and when she doesn't get it, she feels like she's in the wrong. Like she's there's been times where she said things or reacted a certain way, and it's like, man, I don't want this reaction. And at the same time, I don't want her to feel the way she feels in this moment based off what she's saying. And again, like a lot of that, like to Hunter's point, a lot of that is just like me figuring out how to do this shit on the fly. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm talking more on my oldest, 16. She's a little different in that regard, because I think in that with the youngest ones, I'm like, do the same with that where they're praised and all that stuff, and like you just want them to feel good, but then you're like, I'm lying to you about that. That don't even look that good, but cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I think that is part of that though. It's like, okay, now you're not getting what you want, and like it's better to learn how to react to those things young than to when you're 17, 18. So it's like, cool. And you're finding the balance together. But like at her age, it's a different balance you got to play. You know what I mean? Like, because now boys are in the picture and stuff. And then that's when they start looking at, and I'm like, this motherfucker's lying. Like, I know what boys are doing. Motherfucker's lying. But hey, I can't tell you what to do.
Hey, my man, I have a penis too.
So that's where I got to step up in that regard.
I've been, yeah. That I damn sure I'm not looking forward.
It gets tricky.
I'm not looking forward to boys at all.
Well,
I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Well,
she's already asking for a boyfriend, and I said I'm your boyfriend.
Don't. That's
That's as close as you gonna get.
Nigga, please.
One day, the other day I said, "You want a boyfriend? You get a boyfriend. But you gotta live with him. I'm not. If you got a boyfriend, I don't take care of you anymore. So I'm not gonna buy you anything." And she was like, "What?" maybe I said, yeah, maybe you're going down the wrong path.
What are your biggest memories of your father figures growing up?
I have biggest memories. I got a lot of memories of my grandfather. One of my favorite memories is my grandfather was a man of few words. He hardly ever said anything, and he definitely hardly ever like spoke. I'd never heard him really spoke aggressively towards my grandmother in any way. But there's one instance I was maybe like sophomore in high school, and I think we were cleaning the garage or something. We were doing something, so we're out there together and we're doing that, and we're doing something. My grandma comes out and she starts complaining about what we're doing. Like, I wanted this here, and he looks at her and he says, "Woman, go make me a sandwich." And this was the first time, and my grandma literally stopped talking. She turned around and went out. And I said, because I said, oh, it's gonna go down. And I was like, wow, that was like, and that memory, that's the one memory I always think about. I was like, dang, I thought about, I never heard my grandfather talk like that to anyone. That, and then I remember one time my aunt at the time, she had to be like maybe 48, 49. And he told her, like, if you keep talking, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And she thought she was playing. And my grandfather at 70 took his belt off and whooped her ass.
Well,
So she thought he was playing, but he meant that.
well, he said what he said.
Fuck around and find out.
And it was like, you better not hit him back. Because now we all swinging.
Yeah, 100%.
So, Kevin?
I feel like I had a good amount of father figures, like fishing with my uncle, or just doing stuff out in the lake and stuff. Grandpa taking us to Magic Mountain, or them just kicking it. Like at the house, my dad trying to teach me to swim in the ocean. I'm like, that was a bad idea, but
There's no safe route.
it was cool. It was cool. I remember. So I feel like I had a good amount and good, well-rounded amount. So, and they always all did well.
It's crazy. But you said, I don't have any negative memories of my grandfather, especially when it pertains to me. Now that I think about it, I don't have anything negative. Every memory I have of him was pleasant. Well, I mean, except for his passing, you know.
There you go.
I remember my grandpa, his biggest thing was he was for lack of words, I'm going to say a pastor. But
What that mean? My grandpa was a pastor.
I'm just confused on what's the lack of words.
because he's a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay.
He wouldn't know who is Pentecostal.
Yeah.
Holy rollers.
That's why I said, because Jehovah's Witness don't call themselves pastors.
Gotcha.
So, but I remember him playing a harmonica. I still have his harmonica to this day. That's the only thing I have from him, playing his harmonica, playing toward music, listening to baseball games, and doing his things for witnesses, you know. And I still remember one thing he told me out of all the stuff: don't ever join the military. There ain't no place for a black man. I don't know why that sits in my memory to this day. You know,
Ain't no place for the black man in the white man's army.
That's why I joined the Navy.
that's he.
Right.
You gotta
I'm like,
remember
as
when
we
he
look at your
told me
digital
this.
blues.
He told me this somewhere around the age of 13.
Yeah.
You know, and to this day, I don't know why. That's one of the things
Well,
I
you
remember.
was Vietnam around that time, right?
I don't know if he was in Vietnam.
I'm fucking about for you being 13.
Oh, okay. Motherfucker.
I got it.
No, I didn't.
I started doing the math in my head, like, hold on, that's not right.
Right, that's what I'm doing in my head. I'm like, nah. But yeah, that's the one thing I do remember him saying, and I don't ever remember him
I can understand
speaking
Was
rude
he in
to
Army?
my grandma. He was in something.
So
You know.
he served?
He served.
That's probably why.
I don't know what
No, he served. He
said
served.
in something.
But I remember, I don't know which.
Which branch?
That's
Yeah.
probably why.
No, there's.
Because the aftermath of how we were treated after Vietnam.
Oh yeah, if he was around there.
No, you got to remember, my grandpa was born.
Yeah, they
20s?
treated them bad.
So he had, it was what World War II probably?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, because 40s.
40s War II.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell everybody, hey, did you probably
Don't do that shit.
So, but no, that's all I remember, you know. And no, I don't remember him ever being mean. He, you know, or nothing to my grandma or to my mom, but that's about it, really. You know, I miss them. I wish I would have known them more, but you know, life be life.
Yeah, but life is a bitch. McFly?
I was thinking of multiple memories. The one that sticks out that just ran through my mind was I was 6 or 7, and my dad took me to go get a video game. I think it was a Ninja Turtles video game, and there I guess was a surprise birthday party, and so he's trying to keep me out of the house as long as possible. And they're supposed to let. So my dad had this old pickup truck. It was like 2-tone primer. It was red and black pickup truck, Toyota pickup truck. And my sister was at home with all the friends I had to throw this surprise party. And I remember the way that they had to know he was coming. They heard his loud ass truck coming down the street, so that's how they knew. And I remember he drove by. He drove by the house, and I thought it was weird, and the lights just cut off, and I'm like, what the fuck? So when we come back around, I walk in the house, and everybody's in the house. I was surprised, and I'm like, oh, I have a surprise birthday party. But I remember thinking it was cool, even though I'm not really big for surprises. It was a really dope time to know that there was that they went to that extent. And I remember my dad just kind of trying to keep kind of give them hints, and I'm like, why would you drive past the house?
Did he rev it?
Yeah, like the engine, like when you hear it, like you can't mistake that truck for anything else. So
That's what's up.
and
I'm mad that you said that. You triggered the fuck out of me with that shit.
With the engine?
My dad had a hoopty and would pick me up at high school all the time.
that was me in
And that
elementary
nigga
school.
used to sit in front of. He would be lit and be like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, come on!" I'm like, "Dad, don't park right in front of the school and rev this motherfucker." Sorry.
See, I never really thought about, like, we didn't have fancy cars, but I never saw them as hoopties.
Nah, that shit was.
I know my grandma had a Ford Taurus for like the longest time.
Nigga, the hood opened on the freeway. Like,
Oh my God.
I had a hood open on me on the freeway.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, because you can't see shit.
sorry.
I remember being in front of my elementary school and him picking me up, and then we'd be like at the light, and it would cut off. And my classmates would be walking the crosswalk, and I'm trying to scoot down in my seat because I don't want to be seen. Like, that's pretty embarrassing. The damn car just cut off, and you just trying to get it to jump start back on. You're like, fuck.
You say elementary school?
Elementary school.
You just getting picked up and dropped off?
That
And I was
that
walking?
couple of times, yeah.
I was walking?
The times that he did pick me up, yes, it was in that pickup truck.
Lucky mother.
It was
walking.
Call it what you want. I just know that pickup truck would cut off. My classmates would see me, and I'd be like, "Shit!" Like, but I remember that.
I remember when I got my permit, my driving permit, and you know you gotta wait. You get your permit early, and right. So for that first like 4 or 5 months where I had my permit, they got me a car maybe like 2 months after I had a permit, and he would literally drive to school in my car, pick me up so I could drive the car home just so people can see me driving.
That's what's
Aw,
up. That's dope.
Sweet.
Oh yeah,
So who's lucky now?
I was 16.
That was dope.
I was 16.
That's still dope.
I say all the time, man. My grandparents they did nothing but super right by me, and I didn't have nothing but love and respect for them.
But I do. When I look back on it, I think it's funny. But yeah, I just remember being that kid going, "Ooh, shit!" And then no matter what, that truck would always cut off. Then he had to roll and jump start.
Oh, now you said roll. Now I remember I got my ass beat because I put his Cadillac in neutral and that shit rolled down the hill and hit.
Damn. Yeah, you gotta get your ass beat for that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no choice.
You deserve that one.
I knew it was coming too. I said, "Yeah, fuck that."
What is the best part about being a dad?
The smile, the joy, the pure joy when you walk in and they yell for you. Because I feel like even when I've had the shittiest day at work, when I walk into that, it makes it okay. It makes it okay. And it's like, this is why I do this shit. This is why I tell you all the time, these niggas don't. I don't swing on them. She's saving their life. She's saving their life every day. But that when you walk in and you hear that daddy and they run and then you proceeded by 45 minutes of some random story of what happened in their day. You know what I'm saying? That little bit.
I'm in 3 different variations.
Oh yeah.
Because Lark is the fresh-eyed. He follows me in the morning, follows when I get home. And then Ava's towards that tail end where she's so occupied with everything else. It's like, hey, Dad, and then she just...
Oh.
And then Andreas is the middle where he's telling me a whole story about Pokemon or the Ninja Turtles or what else is he on? He's got really weirdly interested in Godzilla, but like he'll just start telling me the story about the kaiju, and like it'll be a whole 20-minute story. I'm sitting there trying to make out what the fuck he's saying because he's going every which way.
Have you ever argued with Andreas about like Ninja Turtles or something? And he's so like dead set that he's right, and you're like, that's not how it happened.
No, what gets me is he's usually accurate in everything he's saying. Okay. So he does his due diligence, and he'll come back like that, and I'll be like, oh, he's right, and they'll be like, so you really?
Because I literally had a whole argument with my daughter about something. She was like, well, yours is wrong. Like I was like, I watched it came out before you was born. What are you talking about? Well, mine is better. I said, okay, like all right.
That's the Drake effect. I won, huh? But you did. I won. Like,
what's that guy?
Nothing.
Let's go say
something. She's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's right. Hers is better. You're right. Yeah. They might have a new one. I don't know. All of it, I think. All of it. Like the leaving, going to work is cool. Because they won't let me leave without giving me hugs, kisses, all that shit. Watching them go through shit and figure it out is pretty cool when they like don't give up on stuff. Like I enjoy watching that and like seeing that fight develop inside of them. I had that experience the other day when I was sick and didn't go to work. And who was, I think both of them, they're like, you going to work today? And I was like, no. I'm like, yes. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's dope. They just wanted snacks, but.
Yeah. You just remind me, Kevin, she's like, Dad, guess what day is? I said, it's Friday. That means you don't work today, right? I said, no. Yes.
Yeah.
like you gonna be home? Yes, I'm gonna be home. Or it's like, are you gonna pick me up? Yes, I'm picking you up. Oh, okay. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
I got jumped in the pool with them. That was fun. Like all that kind of stuff is just watching it.
Mine feels transactional.
What? Your interaction?
Yeah. They were like, Dad, nuggets? I'm like, shit.
Yeah. Like when they go to the store with me, like,
Nigga,
when I come back.
At least yours want nuggets. Mine be like, so we going to pho? Can we get some sushi? Can we get some sushi?
Like they're so spoiled.
She's like, Dad, I want pancakes. All right, I'll come make some pancakes. No, I want restaurant pancakes. I don't want you to.
Oh,
make
you
pancakes.
want? Yeah. Okay.
It's like I want to go sit down when somebody serves me. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
She don't want nothing at the house.
Kids eat free at Denny's on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Not the right time though. The time's not wrong.
What time is that?
It's like 4 to 7 in the afternoon.
Okay.
I guess at 4 to 7 we're gonna keep that appetite.
Yeah. I usually have dinner around 5 around here, so we can make that happen.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, I feel like it's just experiencing her joy and bliss. Like even watching her go through shit and overcome it and figure it out. Like just her developing me watching her mature. Like weekly, because like it's almost like life clicks a little more for her every week. Like she gets a little better understanding of how life is, and so I think all that
and that's cute. But then you get to that teenage shit, and you're like, it's like you're forgetting.
Shut your whole ass down.
I'll just be like, are you forgetting all of that? Like you're forgetting all of that stuff. Like what happened? But then you watch that shit too, and you're like, okay, you're becoming you. So that's that's a cool thing to see. But you gotta separate the little kid from where they're at, and then you gotta separate the.
I will say this.
Getting them to be ready for the world and still acknowledging their kid. That's a hard part.
I will say so similar to what we're doing to what my sister did. Like she she raised my nieces and nephew to be very outspoken, speak up for themselves, tell you how they feel, and it worked great for them until my nieces were in high school. Because my niece now, who is she's bright as the sun, she's smart, but she gonna tell you how she feels. She gonna get like, if this is disrespect, she gonna get right.
Did she learn the other part of it?
What?
Because that's what I say. I'm like, if you're gonna do this, you gotta learn to fight.
You
gotta learn to fight.
So, but like, and so she's very opinionated, and it's like, I know, and I can see it a lot of times when my sister would say, like, I understand you have your opinion, but this ain't about your opinion right now. I don't really care. But it's like, that's who you raised her to be, and like, so the good side is that she's not gonna be walked over.
Yeah.
Right. The bad side about that, she's gonna get on your goddamn nerves, because she gonna tell you, nah, you out of pocket. Because imagine you make a decision and then Kendall's like, nah, you wrong.
I mean, I feel like Kendall already does shit like that.
Yeah.
I really do.
For me is watching my boys strive in this world. You know, that's really about it. Really.
You got a whole nother level because you're a grandparent now.
Yeah. That's different.
Yeah. But I'm talking about my boys is seeing them strive, be families, have families. You know, I'm happy about that. You know, they all seem to have something instead of being nothing. No. And then the grandkids, it's just, yeah.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
My grandson's over at the house today.
He always like, yeah, my grandson coming over. Yeah. I'm like, you happy? Shut up.
He always said
He be
that.
acting all sad.
Because he's gonna be broke by the end of the day.
No, he's cheap. He's cheap. And luckily
right
he's-
now.
Yeah, right.
No,
now.
I know. I'm
Right
all
now.
for it when he gets older
Right.
because I can't wait for that.
Oh, no, I know. You're
that
going to buy extras. She's like, I didn't even ask for this, granddad, but cool.
My brother texted me the other day. He said, your nephew just ate 2 whole pieces of slice of Costco pizza. He ate 2 slices of Costco pizza and 2 bowls of soup. He said, you need to come get him. I can't afford them already. My nephew's 2.
Dang.
I said, he growing.
Yeah,
He growing.
That growth spurt shit.
Yeah, he
That
growing.
shit sucks. You're just like, Kendall is just like, I'm hungry. I'm like, you just
Let me tell you something,
ate.
Kevin. Wait till they're growing and active.
She-
My daughter don't keep a calorie. She don't keep it. She's already burned tomorrow's calories off today.
Yeah.
She putting like my wife made pad thai last night. She ate 3 bowls.
Yeah, it sucks.
It sucks.
She. I hate it.
And this is why I say whoever setting these food prices,
What did you eat?
pad thai.
What's that?
Thai food.
It's Thai food.
Oh.
What do you
didn't-
think, Patty?
No, I heard a P part. That's why.
Oh. It's like that's why I'm saying whoever making these food prices. Oh, I said, this little girl eat.
Well, you pay taxes. You know why the food prices are high.
I'm not setting them.
Yeah, but no, I can't wait till my grandson gets older. When he gets to that age where you really get to hang out with him. No,
I think that's one thing I need to get better on because I do want to be if I'm a grandparent, I'm gonna be like, oh man, she gonna really hate me because we gonna get into some shit.
I think the dopest part I've seen is the memory always sticks out in my mind is like when we're at Disneyland. And I thought for sure they'd tap out like a few hours in, and they rode the whole day ride. Like they were there the whole day.
Excited.
And it made me feel like the money was worth it, spending it, the time, the memory and the energy, because they were just excited to be there. And I remember them. I thought for sure like Andreas was tired, but he wouldn't say shit. Like he was just kind of like, I'm riding, whatever we doing, I'm with it. Abel was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but I remember when we got in the car and I got them something to eat, and then like we were on the ride home. I remember Ava she was like, "Dad, I'm gonna go to sleep now." I said, "Okay," and she fell asleep. But she literally, she was riding with the whole day. It wasn't gonna be just I'm tapped out kind of thing. And I said that to me, Disneyland showed me. I said it was worth the money
That's what's up.
just to see that memory because I thought that restraint, that strength, and saying I'm gonna just keep riding the whole time. I thought for sure they tap out, but it was beautiful to see for
That's
me.
the experiences over gifts.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to see because when she said that, I'm gonna go to sleep now. I said she just let me know. I wrote the whole day. Can I go to sleep? I'm like, yeah, you good. So, but yeah, that's
Yeah, you had that awakening of Disneyland. That's them niggas do not tap out. Yeah. Do not.
I guess that's my most. That's the next question. But what moment made you feel the most proud about being a father?
I don't think I have one moment. I think I have a multiple moments. But I think they all had the same thing. Like when I see her overcome or achieve something, I think, and I see how proud of she is of herself.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes me happy. Like when she has that, I did that shit. Like I did that. This me. Like a couple weeks ago when she won that, she got the Star Reader Award, right? Because she's reading at a 4th grade level, so she got the Star Reader Award, and she got her little trophy. She was up there with her trophy, like I did that shit. Like this is me, it's me, like this me. And I was like, yeah, that's you, you know. And when she took, I think last year gymnastics thing in the wintertime, I think she took 2nd overall for her age group. She was proud. She was happy there. And then like what was to me what was dope about that was she took 2nd and she came home and she started practicing. She was like, nah, I need that time. I want to. She said that I want to stand on top of the podium. I said, well, you got to earn that. Like that's something you got. You can't. They're not going to just set you up there. You can earn that. So when she overcomes, you know, and then like last night I learned a whole new they don't do like Miss Mary Mac no more. They got a whole new thing, so I'm learning. So I forgot what it was, but I don't know. It'll come back to me. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be like, we gotta do this 70,000 times a day. So
100%. Actually, it's having this space and knowing that as long as I do what I'm supposed to, this is gonna be all they know, or this is where they're building a life.
you mean the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
This house and just it's I don't know. It's just one of those things. I just look at it and I'm like, yeah, this is. I don't think something I had that I'm growing up was just one spot. So
You just triggered me, Kevin, because I've talked about this with Andy, and so we bought the house when she was 6 months, and Phoenix squares up and down that she remembers the apartment. I was like, you're 6 months. There's no way you remember. And she's like, no, we had the 1 bedroom, and then I had my clothes my closet was in the hallway, and I was like, how do you know? Like, how do you know this? You know, because like that was my intention. Like, I know I'm gonna get a house, so you can be somewhere until, like, you know, this is you.
Just to speak on that real quick, when that happens, I always look at it from my perspective and thinking that looking back that far, but when you really think about it, they're not looking back that far.
But she couldn't even. She wasn't. Was she? I guess she was formulating thoughts and opinions because it's like, how do you remember that? Like you were shitting on me,
Right? Because my grandson, he'll say
Literally.
things like that, and I'm like, but I have to remember that was only like 5 years, 6 years ago, you know, and I'm looking at it from 35 years ago, not thinking.
I always
like
tell
30,
you. I always say, if you can't tell me how to get there, you ain't never been there.
you know? So I can see that the memories they have and everything like that.
Yeah.
You know.
But to your point, Kevin, that's one thing I was like, yeah, like, because like we talked about before, like the whole reason she was the reason for us buying the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it was me and the wife, it was like we got an apartment. We ain't here. We ain't never home anyway. We at work. Like it don't matter where we sleep as long as I got my dogs. I got my dogs and my guns. Come here, you want to? They gonna be pretty. But then when she came in, I was like, okay, well now I want her to be able to play somewhere where she's safe.
well, yeah, we did that in the apartments with Val, but it was like, well, we signed this fucking lease. We're just here, but then like when you're there, you're like, all they got is a pool. They ain't got no playground. They ain't got shit. This is an adult apartment.
Well, they had no. Where I said they had a pool in the playground, but they had some badass kids. I didn't want to.
Yeah. We didn't have. It was clearly like an adult. So I'm like, we gotta get some space. Have a place where grow up.
You know, I mean, the whole reason, like you said, the reason why they get the house is for the kids. I just think it's funny because when you talk about those memories, anytime they refer to where we lived before, it's called the ugly house. The ugly house. Remember that at the ugly house?
The building's not ugly.
Yeah, but they just refer to it as the place that they don't like.
They don't want to go back to.
Yeah, because I've been when we go to your house, I'll be like, "Hey, we right here at the ugly house. Going back to the ugly." No, I want to go home. I said, "We go to the ugly house." No, not the ugly house, Dad. I said, "Okay." But I think that the proud moments is like you said when they figure out they got that shit. Like with Ava, you realize how different each kid is and how they learn and how they create. Ava is so much more visual than Andreas. Andreas will talk a storm up to you, and he's really smart in his brain. Ava will, if you tell her, like, her brain, like, works differently. So she'll look at something, she'll grab the materials, and she'll create. She'll draw something and then make it right as she sees it. And she'll be like, oh, yeah, I was just messing with something. And she'll make something that's really good. And you'll be really thrown by how, for her, it's visual. Like, she can create what's in front of her. And then with Andreas, it's so dope to see how he can excel because his brain works differently. He's always thinking. And then even with Alaric, is at a year, and the shit he's doing now, I'm just kind of like, I think you kind of figured out how to do this shit because of the other two, because he just caught on rather quickly. So, because like now he knows to walk around when he wants something to eat, he'll point to it like, hey, he'll give you the bowl or whatever. Like I'm trying to eat this, like, or he'll see a glass. I'm like, I'm trying to drink this, like. So, but it's like he understands so quickly. It's
them little ones figure that shit out from them, and then you're like, God damn it, you wasn't supposed to learn this yet.
Yeah, he's learning that shit quickly. But it's interesting to watch how three all different ways of doing things. But it's great to see because you realize the intelligence in it. Because even though they all do it differently, you're still seeing that click that makes sense to me, and it's like it just makes you interested to see what happens as they get older. But that's the proud moment I have is watching that, like how good Ava is at drawing or how good she is at creating. She's created shit with like a piece of cardboard and string and come back and said, this is what I had in mind. She'd sketch out how it's supposed to look and then she'll create it. And I'm like, how the fuck do you, like, there's grown-ups that don't know how to do this shit. Like, so, yeah, that's my proud moment.
Hunter?
Me, I'll keep it simple. Watching my boys graduate from high school, college, and becoming fathers themselves. And my oldest, he's always taking care of what he needs to take care of. And falling right into that father role and doing what he needs to do.
What's up? Any thoughts? Anything? Did this make you feel anything? Listen to these the perspective from your perspective of seeing this. Does it make you think differently about like maybe how you perceive us or how you feel like overall what men should kind of strive to be similar to? Or
Well, I always saw you guys all in the good light, even Maurice. So I did. So it doesn't really change anything because I honestly think you guys are all black excellence, good dudes. He can't get none of my damn crystals. Motherfuckers probably fuck around, turn black as soon as he touch them. But I do think you guys are all excellent.
They'll be real
dudes,
nigga crystals.
Well played.
I even got to get at one too. Yes, that was well played.
They gonna start playing spades and shit.
crystals?
Yeah, they gonna.
The crystals are gonna play spades?
They gonna hum Teddy P songs in your ear when you lift them and shit.
Hey, can I get some of them? Sell them.
Okay, so
The problem is white people will buy those and just become famous.
Yeah.
This is great.
What was your biggest fear or worry before becoming a dad, and how did you overcome it?
I haven't overcome it. Overcame it.
Overcame it.
Yeah, okay.
Overcome it.
My biggest fear ain't got shit
I'm
to do with
surprised y'all
nothing,
didn't say
but
that's what she said. She said overcome it.
that ain't never gonna happen. Yeah. Swarms of bees is still my biggest fear.
You're not far from a whole lot of them too. My biggest fear is just not being enough for her. That's it. And I think that's something that I probably overcompensate, do and go above and beyond too much for her and spoil her because she's spoiled. She's rotten, and it's just me overcompensating because I just want to make sure that I'm who she needs me to be.
I don't know. I don't know before. I don't know. Literally swarms of bees, but after.
You don't like honey?
I love honey, but I don't want to be around fucking swarm. Like, I'm running every time. I think
They're gonna catch you.
Candyman did that, but that's
Just don't
what
say
I
his
blame
name.
it on. That's what I blame it on.
Oh,
Just don't say his name.
You can say it, just not 5 times.
Or in the mirror. Gotta put the mirror.
I'll say it right now.
All right.
Anywho,
No, let him say it.
No, I'm gonna be ready to go.
But my biggest
Candyman,
fear
Candyman.
is getting up out of
All
here.
right.
Beetlejuice.
all right. With that being said, this has been episode 150. But
What?
our biggest fear before becoming a dad was being able to provide. I think afterwards it became like having time, like giving them time and not being so caught up in providing that I don't give them time.
Mine is to die while they're still young.
Yeah, that one.
I think that's every parent's fear.
But yeah,
Maybe.
for me, I just at least I know they have things in place if I die. At least they'll know they're taken care
I'm
of.
cool on that, but I'm like, there's a certain point that I feel like like you could be forgotten, and that's the hard part for me. That's the hard
I don't think you would. Your memory level.
What if it's like 5? And then
But you got
46. And like, I remember a little
But here's the
bit.
thing.
They remember a little bit.
Yeah, but then they'll have the podcast post. They'll have your Instagram post. They'll have videos. They'll have the pictures to
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
They'll have things to remember you.
Yeah. I'm like that nigga.
Yeah.
Drinking at 7 in the morning.
It's happy hour somewhere.
I've always said it. I do a lot of that. The reason I do this podcast is for memoirs. Being my grandkids to see and for my older boys to keep that memory. But my greatest fear was figuring out how to take care of this little motherfucker. Damn. But now that's my ass and gone. So
Figured it out.
I figured it out.
Did you do a good job?
See,
I did all right.
I took
You took it the wrong way.
yeah. I was like, he didn't even hear it. Like,
Trying to figure out how to take care of this little motherfucker.
yeah, like
Oh, the pause.
He
the
called.
pause. Like, I was like, he didn't even, like. I was gonna try to get out of it. Like,
Maybe he didn't want to pause it. Okay. He just wanted to let it. Never mind.
You know, you
is
can all attest to
move.
this. When you see your first kid born, something changes in you.
I'll tell you, it was the most beautiful, disgusting day of my life. The birth was beautiful.
for me, shit
The
just
aftermath
got
was
real.
terrible.
Right.
This shit just got real moment. Like,
And
this
that's what I'm
shit got
talking
real.
about. You wonder all that, but you figure it out. I mean, you guys are still in it, but
Why you gotta keep throwing it out there, man? That's like the big flex that you do every time. Like, hey, I'm
hell
past
yeah, I'm
that
gonna hold
shit.
it as a
Like,
flex.
Hey,
Because I
Shit.
we're gonna do the same thing.
yeah.
When we get up, you got little ones. You want some diaper money?
Shit, how much are diapers gonna be by then?
Shit.
Well, let's.
I'll put some on your diaper.
I was gonna say let a certain political party tell you it's gonna be free.
Yeah.
It's gonna be free. No, it's not.
Like I always said, like I never. It's true what they say. Like you don't experience love like that till you hold them. It's like it's a weird. Like I was a grown ass man crying.
Yeah.
In a room full of strangers. I was like, especially when and then like even like I think I told you this too, because like nurses over there cleaning her up and they got to cry. But I was like, when I heard my baby cry, I was like, what the fuck you doing, my baby? Like, why is she crying all of a sudden? Like, so it's rough. It definitely pulls at your heartstrings.
What's funny is Ava came out like bawling, like crying. Andreas came out calm as shit, and they had to make him cry. But I remember because the doctor didn't know that we knew the sex. So when he came out, he was like, wait a minute, I gotta make sure it's a boy. I've been wrong before and I almost got in trouble. And he looked at it, he's like, Dad, it's a boy. And he's like, the reason why we're making him cry is because he has to get the phone. But he's like, don't whoop my ass, essentially. Like, but it was that whole energy. I was like, oh, you've been here before. Okay. So you're trying to calm.
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah, but he was like, hey, man, I just got to make sure I've been wrong before. So.
I told you, because my daughter she was a month old. They had to get blood run a test. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you guys know, but infants they do the heel, and the cry, it's like it's like the cry is you could feel the pain in her cry, and it took everything in me not to lay that lady out on the floor for hurting my baby. My fists were balled up. Like I'm finna clean your clock. I know you're doing your job, but you hurting my child. Somebody you got to feel this pain.
Y'all niggas need anger management.
He finna clean the lady clock.
Who's y'all?
Lady up.
Who's y'all?
He's gonna beat the doctor up.
Who's y'all?
Y'all niggas.
This one too.
Hey man,
You ain't heard me say nothing like that. I understand,
Never mind.
Hey man,
it's 7 times though.
It's only a few. It's only a.
I don't know if that was a short joke or not.
It's only a few people in this world I don't play about. My wife and my child is one of them.
Yeah,
it's on site.
I got you.
Well, hey, I'm not. We'll swing and we'll figure out. We'll answer the questions later.
There's not gonna be many. They're gonna be like, so, what's your name? All right, roll your fingerprint.
We'll figure that out later.
I feel you. I remember that, but I didn't want to knock the lady out.
Yeah, she's about to get it, nigga.
You gonna still be that way when she's having her baby?
My grandchild? Yeah. I'm shooting up the place.
No, he gonna be out there with gifts like.
How has fatherhood changed you as a person? What have you learned about yourself?
It's made me be more social because she's social. It's made me be more accepting and soft. And it's in a weird way, it's giving me restraint because I'm not allowed to cuss people out like I want to because her life depends on it.
Oh, taught me I could do anything, I guess. I know that sounds weird, but
Dude, nigga, get up and do this thing, leg.
Why?
You say you can do anything.
Yeah, I don't want to, though. But, like, just, that's an unknown feeling, like, having children and, like, you don't know how things are going to go or what you're going to do if you're going to succeed at things or how you maneuver in the decisions you make. But, like, when you make decisions and they turn out right, it kind of gives you that confidence to damn near do anything. Like, where you're like, if I could succeed at this, then the fuck else is there? Because that's a human. Like, you're trying to, I don't know.
It's a weird thing. I don't say a word for saying it. I used to ride a lot of bicycles as a kid, right? Mm-hmm. So I used to always hear people say, if you ride a bike, your sperm count's lower. So I used to think, for the longest time, I was like, what if I can't have kids from all the fucking bicycles I ride?
Oh, man.
So when she came out, she said she was pregnant, I was like, well, at least I know I dodged that one. Like, I can't have kids.
What? Who told you this?
It sounded like somebody was hating on his ass. They wanted your bike.
I've heard that, but it's more of a professional thing. But you don't realize it as a kid.
Yeah, but as kids, we used to do wheelies and shit.
Right, but I mean, you don't.
I've hit my balls on a lot of.
Yeah, I hit the bar and all that shit. I flipped over, all that stupid shit. But I didn't think I was riding enough to where my sperm ain't gonna work.
I used to think about that shit. I used to ride my bike a lot because I didn't have a car for a long time, so I used to ride the bike everywhere. So my brain was like, what if all them years of bike riding?
Man, I'm with you. Until I got a car, I was on a bike.
On a bike everywhere.
Everywhere.
Well, y'all didn't skateboard?
Every time I try to get on a skateboard, it didn't end well.
Kevin, I was in the desert. You needed a mountain bike. It was not sidewalks everywhere, sir.
My equilibrium is not on point. That's
Yeah.
Fair.
Ain't it weird though how we rode bikes everywhere and our kids would not end up?
Because I wouldn't let her. Oh Lord, she can't. If she passed the mailbox. Well, get your ass back over here. I can see you. I just told you it's crazy people out here. They will snatch your child just because they think nobody's watching her.
They'll snatch you at this damn point.
But they can try. Janae, come get me.
What if she showed up with Big Sean? You going still?
Yeah, I'd have to fight him first.
She rolled the window down and she was like, come on with us.
No, I can't go.
He's like, yeah, boy.
Nah, I can't be in the car.
You're going to get in the car? She's like, he'll even ride in the back seat.
what about you, Hunter?
Realizing that I just can't take care of myself.
Wait, what?
How has fatherhood changed me? Realizing that it's not all about me.
Okay. That's so
Okay,
way
so,
better
yeah.
than what I thought you were saying. I was like, nigga, what?
I was confused as well.
It's not.
That's from my
And
brain.
you went somewhere totally different.
You just
It's-
can't take care of yourself.
It's all over.
You used a different hand.
No,
I'm
no,
left-handed.
no. He's using the right hand. Don't point that shit at me.
What hypothetical fucking semen's gonna hit you or what? What the fuck? Like,
I know you put up for 3.
shit.
I don't need no pink eye.
I ain't going to answer that. But anyways,
So
but
you
yeah,
couldn't take
so-
care of just yourself. Understood.
Right.
I
You
get
know.
it now. I thought you was saying you didn't know how to feed yourself.
Yeah. He did.
But I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
For sure. I think what I just learned is you have to be able to balance. Like, it's one of the things at first you tell yourself, or I told myself that I just got to provide, but then you realize you have to have a balance there. And that was the biggest thing I learned was having that balance. Like I said, trying to figure out the time to be present and the time to be in provide mode and the time to, be a dad, to be the supportive and not, or the authoritative where you're sitting there trying to give them advice. Sometimes you just need to listen. Like the balance of it all. Like, it's not just about telling them. You can learn a lot from kids too.
Yes. I think there's there's a part there's a portion of kids that remind you of what you are like as a kid, and they bring out that inner kid in you.
I think mine brings out. What I learned about me is I do have a softer side, but only my kids get to see it. So, yeah. Otherwise, it's usually I'm very defensive. Just fuck the world. Ready to throw a middle finger up or two.
I know what I do.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm very
This
defensive
nigga
and I'm
just-
very to myself.
You just silent angry.
I'm not like his kind of angry, but I'm angry. But I don't like act out as far as like it's just more or less. Yeah, it's usually internal. I don't believe in lashing out at people for the shit that I'm dealing with. I learned that very early. You can't lash out. If people have nothing to do with the shit that's going on with you, you can't sit there and anger and aim at somebody for something that has nothing to do with them. So I internalize that shit, but I usually use music or whatever to kind of keep it contained, but I am usually on the fuck it tip. Positivity, but there's a underlining of, I have shit I know I need to deal with. So.
I don't understand how I'm the angry one now.
7 ball punches.
Man, that's
That was he was supposed to be angry.
I get that, but I'm saying the ball punches is like that's the extra. You get it. He uses he uses niggas as a speed bag.
Yeah, I've been angry my whole life. So
But you know what? That's also I don't know if that's come from being a man. I don't know if it's come from being a black man, but
I think it comes from pent up aggression.
I'm not angry.
I believe
Kevin's
that.
the chillest.
That's because the nigga do mushrooms. Nigga, he's,
No, I don't. I used to. I don't.
Every time
we
I hear,
can't. I can neither confirm or
I haven't had mushrooms in a very long time. I wish I have, but I have children now, and I feel like that's probably not the best.
you're you should be like the cover for Black Hippie.
Yes.
The rap group.
Yeah, they should use you like Black Hippie. Up, you gotta use Kevin. Gotta get Kevin's okay to use
Well,
this.
you got Kendrick wearing fake Jordans. Like that's hippie enough. When he didn't even give a fuck. That's some hippie shit. You know this fake. Yeah. I'll get some dreads. Some what are they? The fake ones.
the crochet sew-ins.
So, the final question: what traditions or values from your own upbringing do you hope to pass down to your kids?
Family time.
Yeah.
Like
The value of loyalty and choosing who to be loyal to.
yeah, I just like family. Knowing them, sticking to them. That's what we've done.
And I guess I'll piggyback off that and add to it. Being able to be themselves unapologetically to the world. Just be yourself. Like, be with the family and be yourself. Like, don't feel bad for being you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Except I told Graceland to stop screaming in the grocery store.
I still,
She was
Andrea
just,
stopped
like,
picking his
screaming.
boogers. I'm still saying it. It still got to be them at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm still telling the 7-year-old to wash her hands after she used the bathroom. Go wash your hands.
Yeah.
Nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, that happened.
I wish I did have some traditions though. You know, like
I thought crazy was your tradition.
I like actual traditions, but I don't have any. You know, it would have been nice to actually pass down a tradition to the kids, but didn't have any.
Yeah, it's probably.
hopefully
'Cause
beach time's ours.
I was thinking his tradition. Your tradition was like the pork rind nachos.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is that?
Just the way it sounds, pork rind nachos.
You be eating that?
Yeah, I made
Oh,
it once.
no.
No, I made it once. I ain't been eating it. I made it once.
Once is
He enjoyed
Yeah.
that shit. Once.
It was good though.
yeah. He's
And you use pork rinds as the chips
Yeah.
instead of the nacho?
Yeah.
No, friend.
I passed that down.
No, please keep that to yourself. That is a one-time for you only type of thing. Don't give that to the kids.
You know. Yeah, but yeah, my family didn't have no traditions. We didn't anything. So I would have wished I did have some traditions to pass down. You know, like I see people celebrate things, do things, or they always go to this place a year, or they, you know.
What about the car thing?
Nah.
Because I see Andreas at work. You didn't help him with his car at all?
Not much. Not as much as I would like to help them.
Because I think that'd be a dope thing to kind of share with them and pass down.
Yeah.
I got a car you can work on. You can work on a car.
I've tried. That right there that's a topic in its own in itself. But I can say I've tried. I want to, and I just don't get it back.
Well, with that being said, this has been episode 151 of the Heavyweight Podcast.
Yeah.
I am Studder McFly. One more time with this lady and these three guys.
Oh, Kevin Wendell Ellis Jr.
Molito.
They call me Hunter.
And I'm Dance the Diva.
Happy Father's Day to all the dope fathers out there. Like, subscribe, share, comment. So next time, it's all love. Peace.
Peace.
There goes the day.
It's a wrap. That's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments. You know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Hello. Every Monday you got new episodes, so tune in. Have a blessed one.